Nowadays, we have become big fans of Middle Eastern cuisine. I'm talking about Egyptian, Ethiopian, Moroccan, Lebanese, and many others. Very interesting flavors. They do some really nice things with vegetables. In fact, some of their dishes don't even have too much milk or cream or anything like that. So they are like, it's almost like even vegan food, where there are no kind of animal products being used, such as milk, cheese, butter, honey, etc. Where I'm going to be doing beet and arbi falafel with house-made pickles and a pomegranate, plum and green apple yogurt. Let's get cracking. Now for the pita dough. I've got 125 grams of flour in here, to which I'll be adding yeast, about 2 grams, 2 to 2.5 grams of yeast, with a big pinch of sugar, a little water to mix just to dissolve it. Sugar is always added to the yeast because ये yeast का खाना रहता है, okay? It gives nutrition to the yeast. So I'm going to be adding about 5 ml of olive oil in this as well. Okay, now let's just remove these contents. Okay, now this is a pretty stiff dough, so what we need to do is just add a little bit of water and just work on it a little bit. So now we have a nice semi-soft dough which is almost going to become double in size. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a clean duster over it. Just sprinkle it with a little bit of water so it stays nice and damp. Okay, so the dough doesn't dry out on the top. And I'm just going to keep it somewhere nice and warm up here and deal with that later. Next, let's hit our mix for our little baby beet and arbi falafels. Now for this, I've got a beetroot which I've baked in the oven. So what I've done here is I've put a little bit of salt, pepper, हल्का सा olive oil और फिर मैंने इसे oven में about 30 to 35 minutes के लिए cook कर दिया है. I don't like to boil the beetroot because it leaches out a lot of nutrition, a lot of flavor. So I prefer cooking it like this. Now, arbi, okay, I don't know how many of you, but I love this. Arbi is known as colocasia. It's got a very nice buttery flavor to it. So I'm going to be using some of that as well. I have got about 70 to 80 grams of soaked chana. So let's get cracking. Okay. So beetroot about 30 grams, which would be about just about this much. So 30 grams of beetroot in here. Another 30 grams of arbi in this as well. So arbi is here, 1 green chili, sliced in or minced in, 70 grams of cooked chana, alrighty, 1 tablespoon of besan, and then I'm going to be using half a teaspoon of coriander powder, half a teaspoon of cumin powder, half a teaspoon of red chili powder, righto, definitely some salt to taste, some cracked black pepper, a nice big pinch of baking powder, and once this is ready, what I'm going to do, I'm actually transferring this into another bowl, after which I'm going to be making little balls and then frying them later. I've got my dough proving as well, which should be ready very soon as well. With the mix ready, all ready to fry whenever you want, and the dough proving, it's time to take a little breather, but don't go away because the mystery unfolds soon. See you soon.
India's #1 news app just got even better. Download NDTV's new app. Fully optimized for retina display. Full screen view. Faster response time. And Sudoku. NDTV's new iPad app. Download now.